YTBC, what's the deal? Let me give a quick shout out to two uploaders because I heard this this story from their channels first. Stop Lying, his YouTube channel. Let me give a shout out to Dan the Man Boxing. I heard this on their channels first, and then I went for myself and looked on Yahoo Sports and Boxing Scene and seen the articles for myself. Ibeabuchi, he signed with Michael Kantz. He's 43 years old. He's been in prison. He's been away from the sport since 1999. So we're talking 16 years here, man. What they saying? March 20th when he fought Chris Bird. That was my senior year of high school. I was a senior in high school that year. So long time ago, man. 20-0. You know, he never lost in his career. He beat Chris Bird. He beat David Tua. Actually, before making this video, I went on YouTube and was trying to look for some other fights besides the Bird and Tua fight that maybe uploaded onto YouTube. And an interesting fight I want y'all to go see, man. He fought a guy, I believe it was Ibeabuchi's sixth or seventh. I think it was a seventh pro fight, but he fought a guy named Greg Pinkram. Yo, for you Ibeabuchi fans or some of you heavyweight boxing heads out there, man, watch this fight, man. Greg Pinkram was giving him the business. He was giving Ibeabuchi the business for the first. I mean, he did get knocked. He did get knocked out in the third round. It was a questionable stoppage, but man, he was giving him the business, man. And then this Greg Pinkram cat, I went on to see, he actually defeated Jamil McCline. And I believe it is in the next fight or fight after that. So Greg Pinkram was probably a guy that was, you know, man, this dude's about 6'4", about 210 pounds, muscular, good jab, had defense, had a little bit of power. This fight right here lets me know that Ibeabuchi would have had trouble with Lennox and Evander. I think he could have possibly beat guys like Witherspoon around that time, and you know, who else was out around that time? Mercer, Morrison. I think he probably could have beat those guys, man. And he beat Tua, he beat Bird, but the creme de la creme of the division around then, I thought he probably would have lost to those dudes, man. But shit, Chris Bird and Tua were, you know, some good up and comers when he fought them. But I think he would have probably knocked out Michael Grant. He probably would have beat Galata. But that's a bunch of ifs and probablys. But go check out that Greg Pinkram fight. Also on YouTube, I seen the Mike Ackley fight. Who was it he fight? I just seen on you. Tim Ray. That fight is on YouTube. There's a few fights on YouTube, and these fights were broadcasted by other countries, man. So if you didn't get to see these fights, although they were all USA fights, they're all in Shreveport and Fort Worth, Texas, and you know, so I don't know, but the broadcasts were like Euro Sports broadcasts, you know what I mean? So I definitely did get to see those fights. Only fights I remember from him is the Bird and Tua fight. And in those fights, he was very strong. I've done a video about Ibeabuchi on my other channel about what he could have been. But they say he is 245 right now. He weighed 240, a shade over 244 when he fought Chris Bird. They say he's healthy and he's 245. Now, he's been, now, pictures that I've seen of him from years ago, I thought he had some hair and he looked kind of fat, but then again, that was some years ago, you know, so he probably was getting his weight down. He had this whole idea in his head before he got out. I don't think he just got out and said, oh, damn, I think I want to box again. Like, if he really got his weight down to his fighting weight, he probably does have something in mind. Now, is it the same 244 pounds we seen 16 years ago? I don't know. I haven't seen a man with his shirt off, you know, so I really don't know, but I doubt it. You know, I doubt he's the same chiseled brick house dude we saw. But then again, I don't know what he was doing behind bars. I haven't seen a picture with his shirt off or him in the gym hitting the mitts. I haven't seen that. But you know, right now, man, you would say you don't want to see him fight. He's too old. He's been away. We know Amir Mansour was gone for 9 years and came back. He's 43 right now, but he didn't come back at 43. He came back at 38. But he was out for a while. You know, the big George Foreman coming back after a decade. You know, you look at the heavyweight division, man. I mean, Vladimir Klitschko's 39. Although all of these guys are active. I'm saying their ages, but they're all active, but they're old guys. You know, Vladimir Klitschko's 39. Tarver's 47. Tony Thompson is 44. Steve Cunningham, a cruiserweight, he's 39. Thomas Adamak, a former guy that fought at lower weight classes, he's 39. You have Amir Mansour, like I said, is 43. Alexander Ustinov is 39. So I mean, this division is cluttered with guys that are in their late 30s. Shannon Briggs is 44. Callie Meehan, who just got in the damn ring with Joseph Parker, is 45 years old. You know, so I wouldn't mind seeing a Ibeabuchi in there. Shit, man, who did Donovan Razor Ruddock just fight? Uh, what's the Canadian kid? Dylan Carmen. He got stretched out against Dylan Carmen. Fucking Razor Ruddock was in the ring. I think Razor Ruddock's 50, 51 when he fought Dylan Carmen. So you would say, you know, no, you don't want to see Ike Ibeabuchi, but then again, if he, I mean, he hasn't sustained any damage. His career, his pro career didn't span that long. How many years did Ibeabuchi fight? 5, 6? I believe he's only a pro for about 5 years. You know, he was just getting into the groove of things after the Tua win. Then he had 2 fights in between. Then he fought Bird. He was just getting into the groove of what he was going to do. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. A lot of people don't think he's mentally stable, you know. So, but shit, Michael Kantz wants to deal with him, you know. So he must be mentally stable enough to have somebody that wants to, you know, at least give him a chance or look into giving him a chance. But him fighting on the Pacquiao card, when is Pacquiao? He's supposed to fight in April. I don't even keep track of the little guys no more when they're supposed to fight, or I'm done with that. But I believe it's April. Was it April? Second week of April, first week of April, I believe April or March or something, but I wouldn't mind seeing a Ibeabuchi on the card just because of all the guys I named now. Although, you know, I'm not saying he's Vladimir Klitschko. That's disrespectful to Klitschko. But what I'm saying is you have older guys that are still fighting. I mean, even though Samuel Peter isn't as old, he is what? I think Peter's my age, what, 35, 36 or something? So, shit, Samuel Peter and Ibeabuchi. That'd be a good fight. 2 Nigerians, that'd be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I would watch that. I would watch Briggs. I would watch these heavy-handed dudes get in there. Even Michael Grant is still around. They were trying to get Michael Grant in there to fight Andy Ruiz Jr. Now, you see, as the more I keep going on, I keep bringing up old fighters and guys from the 90s, although they've been active and not in prison, they're still fighting because these heavyweights still think they got a fighting chance. Ibeabuchi, you served your time. You're dead to society. I don't know all the, you know, everything about your case, but they put you in prison. You served it. Now you're out. Give them a chance, man. We live in America, right? Get a man a chance. YTBC. I'm out.